Welcome everyone, I'm your host and today we're venturing into the most extreme environments on Earth, not through my own eyes, but through the true accounts of ordinary people who faced extraordinary circumstances. We're counting down 7 of the most incredible, near-fatal survival miracles ever recorded. These aren't just stories, they're raw testaments to the power of the human spirit when pushed to its absolute limit. These are real people, real situations, where the line between life and death was thinner than a razor's edge. Each story you're about to hear is a masterclass in survival, a battle against impossible odds. From the crushing isolation of a remote canyon to the freezing depths of an icy river and the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Sahara Desert, these individuals stared death in the face, felt its cold breath on their skin, and somehow, through sheer grit, determination, and sometimes a stroke of unbelievable luck, they found a way back. Our first story takes us to the desolate, sun-scorched canyons of Utah. Imagine this. You're an experienced canyoneer, Aron Ralston, out for a day of adventure in Blue John Canyon. The sun is beating down, you're miles from anyone, completely in your element, feeling the rough sandstone under your fingertips. Then, in a split second, the unthinkable happens. A half-ton boulder shifts and pins your right arm against the canyon wall. The silence shatters with a sickening crunch. You push, pull, heave, the boulder won't budge, not an inch. Hours turn into days. The desert scorches by day and bites at night. You ration every precious sip. No one knows you're here. You didn't tell anyone your exact plans, a fatal mistake. By day 4, dehydration sets in. Your mind plays tricks. You record goodbye messages and chip at the stone. Futile. In the darkest moment, a horrific idea forms, a choice no one should face. Starving, dehydrated, hallucinating. There is only one way out. With grim resolve he uses pliers to break the bones, the radius, the ulna, leveraging against the rock. Then, with a dull 2-inch blade, he saws through muscle and nerves. Over an hour of agony, finally free he rappels 65 feet and hikes 7 miles, with one arm. A family gives water, alerts rescuers. Aron Ralston chose life, in the most brutal way imaginable. From desert to rainforest. In 1971, 17-year-old Juliane Koepcke flew with her mother over the Peruvian jungle on Christmas Eve. The mood was festive, but outside, a storm was brewing. Turbulence hit. Lightning struck. The aircraft began to break apart. Her mother said calmly, "This is the end." Juliane was sucked out, still strapped to her seat, plunging nearly 10,000 feet into the jungle canopy. She awoke alone, broken collarbone, a leg gash, a concussion. Silence but for insects and unseen creatures. Wreckage lay around her. She found a small bag of candy. Her zoologist parents had taught her the jungle. She remembered, if you're lost, find a stream and follow it. Water leads to civilization. She waited for days, soaked, bitten, one shoe, no glasses, through brutal green walls. Her wound infected with maggots, 10 grueling days. The stream became a river. She found a hut and gasoline, used it to disinfect the wound and extract parasites. The next day, lumberjacks found her. They fed her, treated her, and took her by canoe to safety. Juliane Koepcke, the sole survivor of Lanza Flight 508. Sometimes the enemy is cold. In May 1999, radiologist Anna Bågenholm fell headfirst through the ice of a mountain stream near Narvik. Her head and torso wedged under thick ice, only her skis and feet above. The current pinned her. She found a small air pocket and fought to stay conscious as the cold seeped into her core. After 40 minutes in 0-degree water, her heart stopped. Another 40 minutes passed before rescuers pulled her out. 80 minutes trapped beneath the ice. Clinically dead. Her body temperature was 13.7 Celsius, the lowest survived accidental hypothermia on record. The same cold that stopped her heart protected her brain. Doctors used a heart-lung machine to warm her blood. Over 9 hours, a team of doctors and nurses worked. Slowly her temperature rose, then her heart flickered back to life. She woke paralyzed. Doctors feared she'd never walk. But with intense rehab she made an almost full recovery, and today works at the hospital that saved her. Meet Roy Sullivan, a Shenandoah Park ranger who holds a Guinness record no one wants. Struck by lightning and survived 7 times. First in 1942, hiding in a tower without a lightning rod, a bolt blew off his big toenail. In 1969, a bolt jumped tree to tree through his truck, burning off his eyebrows and lashes. In 1970, a surge hit his shoulder. In 1972, a strike set his hair on fire. After that he carried a can of water. People began avoiding him. The human lightning rod. The fifth strike in 1973 knocked him out of his shoe. The sixth injured his ankle. The seventh in 1977, while fishing, burned his chest and stomach. A bear even tried to take his catch. The odds of one strike are 1 in 15,300. 7. Astronomical. He survived, but lived under a sky he feared. Nature can be as persistent as it is powerful. 1972, skies over Czechoslovakia. Vesna Vulović, 22, aboard jet flight 367, due to a clerical mix-up. At 33,333 feet, a bomb detonated in the luggage compartment. The DC-9 was torn apart, the cabin blew open. Vesna was pinned by a food cart inside a fuselage section as it fell. 3 minutes later, that section slammed into a snowy forested mountainside, trees and snow absorbing force. Former WD-2 medic Bruno Honka heard a scream, found Vesna trapped and stabilized her until rescuers arrived. Her injuries were catastrophic. Fractured skull, multiple vertebrae including one crushed, both legs, pelvis. She was in a coma 27 days. She woke with amnesia. Doctors warned she might be paralyzed from the waist down. After surgeries and intense rehab, she walked again with a limp. A national hero and Guinness record holder for the highest fall survived without a parachute. A 1 in a billion chain, trapped in fuselage, the crash angle, snowy woods, and trained help. A miracle in the sky. 1994 Marathon des Sables, 6 days, 155 miles. On day 4, a sandstorm descended. Visibility dropped to 0. Most sheltered, Mauro pressed on, disoriented. 8 hours later, no tracks, no markers, no runners. The storm had blown him into Algeria. With little food or water, he conserved energy by day and moved at night, finding shelter in an abandoned shrine. Inside, a colony of bats. He captured and consumed them to survive. He drank his own urine, collected morning dew, and watched search aircraft pass him by. Believing death inevitable, he wrote a farewell and slit his wrists. But dehydration had thickened his blood. The wounds clotted. He took it as a sign to live. He walked toward morning clouds. After 9 days and 40 pounds lost, he found an oasis. Then rescuers. He had walked nearly 180 miles the wrong way, and still walked out of the Sahara. Frane Selak, a Croatian music teacher, called the world's luckiest man. In 1962, his train plunged into a freezing river. 17 drowned. Frane broke a window and swam to shore with a broken arm and hypothermia. A year later, a plane door blew open. He was sucked out without a parachute, and landed in a haystack. The plane crashed, killing 19. In 1966, he survived a bus that skidded into a river. In 1970, his car caught fire. He jumped out before the fuel tank exploded. 3 years later, flames shot through the vents, burning off his hair. In 1995, a bus hit him. Minor injuries. In 1996, he swerved from a truck, crashed through a guardrail, was ejected, and landed in a tree as his car exploded below. 7 brushes with death. Then in 2003, he won the lottery. Life finally cut him a break. 7 stories, 7 individuals who walked to the very edge of existence and refused to fall. These are more than thrilling tales. They reveal the most powerful force we know, the human will to survive. A primal fire that pushes body and mind to the impossible when everything else is stripped away. Even in our darkest moments, there is strength we don't know we possess. Resilience, resourcefulness, and a stubborn refusal to give up. Be prepared. Respect nature. Never underestimate your fight when life is on the line. What do you think is the most important quality for survival? Let me know. Share your story in the comments, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who needs a reminder of our strength.